We're celebrating the upcoming Metal Allegiance show with the one and only Alex Skolnick. Alex, how many years has it been now with the Metal Allegiance?
We just celebrated 10 years from
10 years.
our humble origins.
David Ellefson, Mike Mingy, Mike Portnoy, and
Marketing.
yourself. And of course, here at the House of Blues, January 23rd, alongside NAMM show,
Yeah.
is your teammate in Testament, Chuck Billy, Bobby Blitz from, of course, Overkill. John Bush, I just saw him last Saturday as Wasp and Armored Saint finished their tour at the Hollywood Palladium. Doc Coyle, Bad Wolves, and God forbid, Brandon Ellis from the Black Dahlia murder. Marty
Yeah.
Friedman, of course, of Megadeth
Yeah.
fame,
My man.
and your
Hmm.
your Bay Area buddy Gary Holt from Exodus
Hmm.
and Slayer, Andreas Kisser from, of course, Sepultura, Jeff
Hmm.
Loomis, Mark Tornillo of Accept, and more. What a great gathering!
Yeah.
Um, you guys
Unbelievable.
come together. I can only imagine coming up with the set list and having time to have a quick rehearsal. But what does Metal Allegiance mean to you, and what can the fans expect?
Oh yeah. Well, it's been an amazing thing to be a part of. It was very unexpected. It just kind of came out of nowhere about 10 years ago. We were doing the motorboat, which was the cruise that was sponsored by Motorhead. And one of their last times around, because Lemmy was not with us within a couple years. So it was very symbolic in a way. And we were filling in for um, Megadeth, who had to cancel last minute.
Mm.
And initially, it was just a big jam session, and I didn't even know I was going to be a part of it. And it just sort of worked out that they needed some extra players, and we were talking about different songs. I had been on this Van Halen kick,
Mm.
actually, so I was very brushed up on my Van at the moment.
Wow.
And we played Van Halen, and it went over great. Uh, Pretty, we just hit it off, and the show there was a clear chemistry, and I guess Mark and Mike had, maybe Dave too. They've been talking about recording some original music to do these types of shows where it's an all-star show, but we have original music that features each singer. It's kind of built around each singer, guest guitarist or bass player. And yeah, they'd never kind of honed in on a guitarist to complete the writing team. And I think, one of the reasons is you can't have, for a project, for what Metal Allegiance is, it wouldn't make sense to have two people from the same band. Then
Right.
it would be too much like that band, right? So, you wouldn't have um, somebody from Megadeth on guitar as the writing team with Dave Ellefson,
Mm.
because then it becomes half of Megadeth.
Sure.
um,
It should be a hybrid, a mix.
yeah,
Two.
yeah, like John Petrucci or Richie Kotzen, one of these great guitar players that plays with Portnoy in some other context. That wouldn't work, because then it becomes that part of that band. But with me and no other members of my band, it's this great balance. And so, now we've got this core writing team, and we're able to write songs, and not there's no pressure to sound like our own bands. We can write any type of stuff we want, and then just imagine different singers and different guest players on it. And that's what we did that for two records. And over the years, we've done many shows. They're all a little bit different. um we try to have the four of us. We don't always. This show we will, but we also have a lot of guests, a lot of recurring favorites, a lot of new folks who played with us before. And no Metal Legion show is like any other Metal Legion show. So it's taken on a lot of meaning, especially at the annual Anaheim show. And
Sure.
it's easier to do to make a big extravaganza because we have so many musicians in town for the NAMM music convention that week. So
Yeah,
that's
we had the pandemic kind of threw us off for a couple of years there, but now we're back in January. Everything is back on schedule. Metal Allegiance making the appearance again. House of Blues, January 23rd. Get your tickets. Come on down. There's
yeah, it's become one of
VIP.
the highlights of the week too. You know,
Yes.
there's a few
Well,
others that get talked about, you know, but
yeah, the night before they
um,
got the Metal Hall of Fame, and of course other shows. Ronnie
yeah,
Montrose remembered and stuff like that
right.
throughout
There's
the
always
week.
that, and that those are great too. Ultimate Jam Night, which will be the next night.
Yeah,
I think you'll be seeing me there as well.
sure.
But there's nothing like the Metal Legion show, and the last the last couple, well, we played there last year, and then we played there before the pandemic, and without bragging, I think it's definitely one of the best reviewed shows because sometimes when you have this many moving parts, things can get chaotic, and it's hard to run a show smoothly. Some shows get into trouble because they don't run on time, or
Yeah, it's not like you guys are on tour and this is the 49th show of the tour. This is it. This
yeah,
is
exactly. So we have
it's
like
one night only.
one night and a little bit of rehearsal time, usually the day before, to get it right. But a lot of work goes into it, a lot of planning. We're already on email chains and kind of nailing down details, and the audiences seem to really appreciate all the work that goes into it.
Well, we can't thank you enough, Alex Skolnick, our special guest. We will see you at House of Blues. We'll see you at the NAMM show, the Ultimate Jam, and all. And best of luck to you with all your ventures till we speak again. Please keep rocking.
Thanks. Great to see you again. See you next year.